Howdy folks, and welcome back to another episode. In non-typical fashion, I'm going to bring to you my opening weekend of deer season and a little bit more of a vlog style, a raw kind of style of filming. And I wanted to let you all know that this video is sponsored by Mach Wheel. They make some awesome e-bikes. I want you guys to check them out. There will be a link down in the description below. We're going to change scenes real quick. I want you guys to see this Mach Wheel that I put together last night. I think y'all are really going to like it. This thing is sweet.
What?
This thing is sweet.
What's different than the other one?
Color.
What color?
Tan. I did a good job on the color choice. It's really nice. You get it off there? To be the person that packages these things.
Yeah.
I like how it's mostly put together.
Yeah.
Because the first one that I ever had...
Was it?
No. I had to put both tires on it.
I was about to say, this doesn't look like it's going to take that long.
No, I had to hook the chain up. I had to put the handlebars on, put the screen on. I had all kinds of stuff that I had to do for it. This is super nice of them too. They send a little air pump. And it might be able to be stored on the bike somewhere for just in case, but that was good thinking. Thanks for that, Mach Wheel. Yeah. Craftsman screwdriver, the wrench and Allen wrench set, the user manual. Here's the power supply to charge the battery, the pedals, front light, LED for riding at night. Looks like maybe a spare parts kit, or maybe they get installed. Alright, kind of a mess, so excuse the mess, but all in all, with zero instructions, took me, I'd say, approximately an hour to an hour and 15 minutes to put together. Super easy. Such a sharp bike, quick to put together, and look at that 1/4 inch thick steel tubing frame. Even if you don't have a single tool in your household, that's okay, because they send you everything you need right here in this kit to build and put this entire thing together. Like I said, I did it in about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. No instructions at all whatsoever. It was super simple, and in comparison to the very first e-bike that I ever got, and I don't remember even who the company was, but I remember pulling piece after piece after piece out of the box, and this thing, it was just a breeze. It probably went together twice as fast as the first one that I ever got. So much less to do and put together. So many key things that went into this bike overall. I want to highlight a couple. The first one being this adjustable ABS shock here. That's absolutely genius. If you're on rougher terrain and you know that you're going to be on some rougher trails, or whatever, you can adjust that ABS shock, soften it up a little bit. Kickstand is back in the back, which is genius. Most bikes you see, they're on right here around the pedals, or riding along here somewhere, so it's in the way when you're getting on and off the bike. Beautiful finish on the little back platform there. I do have a front mud flap left to put on, but I'm going to leave it off because of how muddy it is at the least right now. I know that's gonna cake up, and I just don't want it to cake up around the brakes and the light and all that stuff right there. So I'm just gonna leave the front fender off for now. This is the Mach Wheel Mesa Plus ST. I'm absolutely loving the color. Something different than just all black. This battery here has got to be roughly 2 feet long, give or take. Enormous battery, going to give you a whole lot more battery life. First power up here, let's take a look at this screen. Battery came charged. I have no idea what the top speed of this thing is going to be. We're going to go ride around and figure it out. It has a horn, has a switch for the light there. Nice and bright LED. Pick and choose your gears there. Unbelievably comfortable handle. Running lights in the chassis for that provided peace of mind when you're riding in the dark. Mach Wheel let me pick out which bike that I wanted and the color off of their website, and so far I'm absolutely just super thankful, first of all, and blown away by the quality. Overall, it's quite incredible. If any of you guys are interested or in the market for a very high quality electric bike, I just out of the box after building this thing, going over it, looking at it, playing with it a little bit, I'm highly recommending the Mach Wheel. Let's go for our test cruise before we go out for our hunt. Alright, I'm back from my little test drive. A couple more things that I wanted to add in here is look at the suspension that you have on the seat. I know a lot of you are probably curious. Very comfortable seat. I left the shocks where they are. I'll probably do some playing around with those tomorrow. And taking a look up here, I did, if it'll focus, I did 1.1 miles. And I did those 1.1 miles quick, fast, and in a hurry. Top speed is about 19.5 to 19.6 miles an hour. I ran through all the gears. It's very smooth. Going downhill, it'll do about 26, almost 27 miles an hour. I didn't push it any faster than that, and I couldn't push it any faster than that, and I also didn't film going downhill just because the little hill right here by the house is kind of rough, so I took it easy and rode with both hands. Overall, first mile on the bike, which I know isn't much, but overall, I'm thoroughly impressed. I cannot wait to get this thing out in the field. Super duper quiet. It's gonna make my nighttime stalks up to feeders way faster and way quieter. I can't wait to give it a go and show you guys. All that said, I'm gonna get my trash picked up and we're gonna move on to some hunting. You guys make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure that you also check out Mach Wheel down in the description below. There will be a link to their website. Thank you, Mach Wheel, for sending this one over. I'm absolutely loving it. Fantastic job, and overall a quality bike, I have to say. Very good looking bike, and we're going to be hunting out of it today, so I'm very excited about that. And before we go too much further, I wanted to let you guys know that the verse of the day comes from Matthew chapter 16 verse 24, and it says, "Then Jesus told his disciples, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." When you read it, it sounds really easy. Sounds like something that anyone can do, and anyone can. I think sometimes a lot of us, including myself, struggle with denying ourselves. I know oftentimes I let myself get in the way of blessings, of His grace, and of His mercy. And this isn't something that you just do once. It's something that you have to do every single day. You have to make this choice. And I say that because we're human, we're sinners. So it's a constant practice. And this verse reminds me of Jesus calling his first disciples, Matthew 4, and it says, while walking by the Sea of Galilee, Jesus saw two brothers, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew, his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And he said to them, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." I don't know why I've always had this correlation between the two verses, but verse 20 says they immediately left their nets and followed him. This is what they did for a living. They were fishermen. That's how they sustained and supported their families. They dropped everything. They immediately left their nets and followed him. And I think that's the kind of commitment that we all need. It doesn't say that they, asked if there were any stipulations. It says that they immediately dropped their nets and went, and that's pretty awesome. I hope we all pick up our crosses each and every day and deny ourselves in that same fashion. No questions asked. For any new viewers, first of all, thank you for watching and being here. I am running the stock archery arrows. This is the Silent Series 4mm 300 spine. I've got 5 different broadheads in the quiver. Hopefully we'll get to use some this weekend. Bow's set at 80 pounds. This is Matthew's lift. Had a bit of a slow morning, but that's okay, because you know what? It's finally deer season. And I'm so thankful, and I'm so excited. Cooler temps, and we're out in the woods more. So I've got a couple errands that I'm gonna run. I haven't been out here to the lease in about a month and a half, maybe a little bit longer than that. That cat is not happy. But anyway, I got a couple of projects. One of them being this little licking rope doohickey that I've had riding around for who knows how long. I want to go put it up. I've got a trail camera that I want to throw up, and I want to show you guys that camera. Little odd and end things. I'm super excited. It was about 58, 59 degrees this morning. I think the girls are going to come join me for a little while today, so long as it doesn't get too hot. But happy opening weekend. It's finally here.
Do I need to get out?
Mm-mm.
We say hi?
Alright, I got the girls and fixed one camera. I didn't film any of that. It was just kind of a quick thing. But I've had this riding around in the bed of the buggy for who knows how long. It's like a mock scrape thing. I've used the little spring base that they have and done the tree limb in it, and it worked pretty good. But I've always wanted to try the rope. Seems like it's a little bit easier to keep track of, and I can set up a camera in this spot. This whole field is probably 40 or so acres, and it's all fenced off now. There's oats planted in here, and I know that there's deer using it because they use it every year about this time whenever the green starts popping up in here. So I'm going to put up this hemp rope. I've never done it before, but I'm going to give it a shot. I've used the all season scent before and had pretty good luck with it. And then back up in that dark stuff in there is where I'm thinking about either trimming out a hole and sitting in a chair, or that pecan is big enough that I can get a lean-to or something in there, or a hang-on stand in. But I gotta have a south wind. But what makes it difficult is how much extra growth that there is in all these other pecan trees that are close together. It's gonna make it kind of difficult for putting a setup in, or up in the tree high anyway. Ground level won't be so bad, but I prefer being up in the air anyway. But I'm gonna just prop the camera up, and I'm gonna kind of go through this thing and hang it and do all the fun stuff, and we'll see how it works. I've got a cell camera that I'm gonna put on it, and we'll keep an eye on it. I'm gonna throw a little corn down just to help bring some animals in, and then I've got a little special mineral that I'm gonna throw down too, so we'll see how all that works together. I think I'm gonna cut this in half and do maybe 2 different setups, but I'm gonna use the rapid rope. I've been using this stuff a bunch over the last 6 months, 8 months or so, and it's been super handy for all kinds of different things.
So what does that do?
So what you do is you cut it, and you put it like nose height to a deer, and it's just like a scent, what they call a scent communication hub. So the deer will come by here, and their nose will touch it, and they'll lick it and stuff, and then another deer will come by, and it's like how they communicate. But you'll have bucks that will come by and check this, and all sorts of deer that will come by and check it. Hope my knife's sharp enough. It's kind of some thick rope. This stuff's always smelled like cranberry juice.
You dip that?
Yeah. Hopefully, if I can get it to go in there. That works. They also send a little cap that you can screw on and flip up and just kind of disperse wherever you want to. I'm going to do a little bit on the ground, a little bit on the tree. A little more on this. A little out here. soaked and ready. Other than I gotta put the camera up, but if all goes well, maybe we'll get a buck that looks about like that. Or like that. Wish it worked that way. Kinda hard to see the rope, but it's all set up. We're gonna give it a little splash of this. This ought to help. Well, she looks really good sitting out here. It started to get a little bit too hot, so I dropped the girls back off at the house. We grabbed a quick bite to eat, and I changed clothes because it was entirely too hot. It's about 91 or 2 degrees now this afternoon, so I'm getting ready for an evening hunt. I'm all set and ready to go for the evening hunt. I have a feeling with today's heat, they're probably going to be after legal shooting light again today, but that's okay. There's been some does that have been strolling through here. I will gladly take one of those with the Muzzy Trail Car HB. That's what I've got spun into the end of my Silent Series stock archery arrow. So y'all sit back and enjoy this one with me, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't done so already. Here we go. We're on the board. Happy deer season, folks. I love it. It never gets old. I don't know what else to say, but thank you, Lord. That deer was gushing it as she was running out of here. This spot is such a difficult spot to deer hunt in sometimes because it's a pecan bottom, and these deer like to bed in here. Oh, there was another doe. She literally stood right here for, I don't know, every bit of 5 minutes. She was acting real skittish. So was this other bigger doe. That right there is what's been happening to me, except for it's been that big doe that I just knocked out of here. She has been the biggest pain in my rear end ever. That's so far in 6 hunts, she's blown at me like 2 or 3 different times, and I come in here just quiet as I can possibly be, stealthy as I can possibly be. Don't cut through the area at all. I'm just tiptoeing, and she did it to me this morning, as a matter of fact. And I've got bucks that have been coming in here in the mornings. I've got one really nice looking deer that I would like to take this year, and he's been coming into this spot every morning, never in the evening, always in the morning, and it never fails. I come slipping in here and that doe blows at me, so hopefully I don't have to worry about that problem anymore. I look like a good middle-aged doe. I've got a lot of does on this property, so they need to be thinned out just a little bit anyway. Part of my advantage for today was I rode the mock wheel in here, where I would normally be driving my side-by-side making noise. I've actually rode the e-bike in here, and it was way quieter, way faster, and I'm glad that I did it. I think that gave me an edge this evening, because I've been seeing these does, but they've been either early in the morning or they've been after dark at night, and I think they've been hitting it after dark because they're hearing me come in here in the side-by-side. I'm hunting with a good wind, so I know that they're not smelling me, but either way, I'm so excited to cut out our first tag of the season. We get to restock the freezer, and I'm so thankful for it. We're gonna go get the e-bike, and we're gonna see what kind of pulling power the old mock wheel has. I have a feeling I'm gonna be impressed. I'm gonna get packed up, and then we're gonna jump down and go find our deer. So much fun. Thank you, Lord. All right. I got the mock wheel lighting the way. Pretty sweet spotlight comes in on the front of this thing. Plenty bright. I'm gonna go ahead and turn mine on as well, and we're gonna start our little track. She kind of ran back this direction and then went back off up into the brush. We're gonna go take a peek at our arrow and see what we can come up with first. Darn it, I lost a fletching. And the head, man. Oh well. I guess when you're shooting 80 pounds and it passes through and hits some hard ground, that's what you get. Arrow looks great though, otherwise. Plenty red stuff. She was standing here and I saw her peel back this way. I knew I immediately saw it. There's a Muzzy Trove Car HB. I believe it's my first time ever using it, and it was like a hot knife through butter, to say the very least. That was pretty wicked. Yeah. It's 3 foot up. It's just nuts. It just keeps getting better and better. Easy to follow. Made it probably in total 40 yards. Hey dear. Yeah, she didn't stand a chance. That right there would have been my entrance. Just beautiful money. Thank you, Nanny Doe. Alright, I tried it with some rapid rope, and it's designed to get you to where you want to go, but not necessarily designed to get your deer out. If I had a trailer, I think it would do it. Well, I know it would do it. Wouldn't be any problem. Just a straight drag one, not gonna happen. Well, I'd call it one heck of a start to the 2024-2025 Texas deer season. I'm so glad it's finally here. I just wish that the bugs would go away and the colder temps would roll in, but you know what? I can't complain too much because I got some meat for the freezer, and that makes me really, really happy. It took 6 out of 6 hunts. I had been coming to the same spot. I was driving the side-by-side in, and I was parking it in what I'd call just my normal spot, you know. I had all my gear together right, and I got the bike put together, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna roll the bike in there tonight. And I think it made all the world of difference. Out of 6 hunts and close to 20 hours in the stand so far in the first few days of deer season, I have not had one single deer come in within bow range during legal shooting time. So everybody that says hunting over feeder is easy, well, not necessarily. I'm 20 hours in and it finally took the 20th hour to make it happen. I believe that coming in here silently in the mock wheel made the world of difference. This thing's got so much power, so much speed, it's unreal. There's a rock hill behind me. This thing with these fat tires just scaled it, no problem. I never felt unsteady or unstable or worried about how this thing was gonna handle. I've gotten close to 2 hours worth of ride time on it, and let me tell you, I'm in love with it. I really enjoy it, and I want to say a huge thank you to Mock Wheel for sending this bike out to me. You guys be sure that you check them out. There will be a link down in the description below. And as always, there will be a link down in the description for my stock archery arrows. If you guys want to pick some up, you can use the discount code that's down there and right here on the screen as well. This is my first deer with the Matthews lift, and let me tell you, this stock archery arrow zipped through so fast that I almost didn't even see it. I mean, if I'd have blinked just a millisecond later, I'd have missed the whole thing. It's screaming fast. I knew it was going to perform well. I've got probably 10 pigs, 12 pigs or so under my belt with this lift, and I've got to say, hands down, it's probably it's got to be my most favorite Matthews bow that I've ever had. The Muzzy Trocar HB was out of this world. It is a hybrid head. I've yet to take any pigs with it, but as far as a deer head goes, it is phenomenal. This doe right here ran roughly 40 yards, 50 yards total. The BT was just phenomenal as well. I will be loading another one up, and we're gonna have to test it out on a pig sometime. All that said, happy opening week of deer season. Hope that you all are getting out there, having some fun, staying safe, filling your freezers, and enjoying God's creation and what He's given to us. I wish we could have recovered the Broadhead just to see what kind of damage that it took, but like I said, we'll be loading it back up and giving it a rerun for sure. Thank you to everyone for watching and being patient. I haven't posted a video in about 3 weeks, and I've got stuff stockpiled. I just haven't had time to edit. So they're coming, I promise. Make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any of it. Leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and what my opening weekend looks like. I always enjoy sharing the kind of raw bits and pieces of it, not just a standard old hunting video. So yeah, let me know down in the comment section below what you think. Thank the Lord for another safe and successful hunt. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all are awesome, and I'll see you in just a few days.
Racing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling.